Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? I want to welcome everyone, and on behalf of all of the members of the Coalition of Graduate Employees, to thank you for coming out here tonight in support of workers' rights. As Sister Katuri said, my name is Mindy Crandall. For more than 6 years, I've been a graduate employee at Oregon State University. One of the first things I did when I got my job was join the union. There I learned that although I could voluntarily join the union, that although OSU was going to give me the same benefits as other employees, that I didn't have the guarantee of those benefits or the protection of a contract, because my work was not considered in service to the university. This has never made sense to me. Over these 6 years, I've occasionally been in the bargaining unit. I've been in service to the university. But the entire time, I go to work every day, same as the day before. I report to my supervisor. I get the same paycheck. I pay the same taxes. I'm on the same employee health insurance plan. It's no different. The only thing that's different is that I can be fired without due cause. What? I'm not guaranteed these health insurance benefits. And technically, I don't have a voice at the table that bargains the contract that covers my working conditions. That's not fair. I believe in the power of collective action and in the rights of all workers to choose union representation. So several of us research assistants got together and in conjunction with AFT Oregon began tracking down these 700 plus research assistants to ask them what they thought about a union. And you know what they said overwhelmingly?
Yes! More union, please! More union, please!
Over 65% of them signed cards saying they wanted a union, and they wanted that union to be the Coalition of Graduate Employees. They said, yes, I understand the benefits, I understand the costs, and I want that protection. And so we took these to Ed Ray, and he denied us union representation. They said we weren't employees. They said even though we get a paycheck, even though we pay taxes, even though I get a W-2 and a W-4 that says my employer is OSU, I'm not an employee.
Do we get our grant money back?
No, my ass! But here's the kicker that I really don't understand. It doesn't cost them a dime. They already give us the benefits. It's not going to cost them anything to give us union representation, so why don't they do it?
It's not about the money, it's about the power!
So it's time for OSU to recognize the value of our work, the value of our contributions, and tell us as employees, yes, you are worthy of contract protection and your voice matters.
Can we give another awesome round of applause for Sister Crandall? Okay, now I'm going to introduce to you Brother David Reeves. David Reeves is the president of the American Federation of Teachers of Oregon. AFT has been a partner with us in this campaign, and they've had our backs the whole time, and we've had AFT folks down in our office. We've got a former AFT employee visiting us here tonight, so let's give it up for David Reeves.
You know, what we're really seeing here is a marginalization of education work. We've seen it with adjuncts, which I am, that somehow we're just moonlighting, we're peripheral to the colleges and universities, and we're seeing it with graduate employees, that somehow they are not public employees. Oh, they get a check from the university, they get benefits from the university, they get their assignment from the university. But we're really seeing a marginalization of education. And if this state wants to be serious about driving this economy, about meeting the completion goals, and meeting the research goals to make this really at the forefront of the economy among states in the U.S., they have to be serious about how they're going to fund it, and they have to be serious about the work we do. And it is work. I don't know if this administrative law judge, you know, people make mistakes, you know, it does happen, made a mistake, said, I don't think they're public employees. I don't know if he confused us with, well, there's some people that, you know, they volunteer in classroom, assist in their kids' classroom every now and then. And, you know, there must be something like this, these people doing, you know, 800 employees at OSU doing research on an ongoing basis. So what we want Ed Ray to do is overlook that mistake, look at the people here, acknowledge they are indeed employees and they deserve the same rights to respect and recognition and collective bargaining that everybody else does. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce a man who does know about work, the nobility of work, the respect all workers deserve, the president of Oregon AFL-CIO, Tom Chamberlain.
It's on? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, my sisters and brothers. How you doing tonight? You know, old Ed thought he was going to have a fun night. You know, he's going to have some eats and some drinks and schmooze a little and raise a little bit of money. And we saw all the 1%ers, you know, have their car parked, and then they chased you away. You know, nothing like seeing the unwashed masses, you know? But you know what? We're the True Squad. We're here to say bullshit. Workers have a right to join a union.
Yeah.
And when 750 workers say, we want a union, you get a union. Understand, this is exactly what happened in Wisconsin and Ohio. They want to destroy the union movement. They want to deny workers the right to join together, understanding when we do that, there's strength, there's power, and them not acknowledging your unions about power.
Yes.
They want you to feel powerless.
Yes.
They want
No way.
That's what this election's about. That's what's joining a union about. And you can't give up. You can't be discouraged. Understand, this is a war, my sisters and brothers. We don't want to go backwards.
No.
We need to go forward.
Yes.
And your fight is a fight of every worker in this state, in this community, and this nation. We will stand with you. We're not going to give up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Chamberlain and Brother Reeves, for that. So I'm going to lead us in a little bit of chanting, because you know a rally wouldn't be any good without any chanting.
More chanting!
Woo! Sister Bromley over here has some chant sheets that she's passed around. So I'm hoping y'all can follow me in some of them. So I don't have much rhythm, but I'm going to bring it out tonight. Okay, we're going to start with chant number 1. Chant number 1 does the work. So if you want to follow me or join in with me, that's cool. Alright, so who does the work?
We do the work!
Who are we?
CGE!
Yeah, who does the work?
We do the work!
Who are we?
CGE!
One more time, a little bit louder so Ed Ray can hear us inside. So who does the work?
We do the work!
Who are we?
CGE!
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 is a little bit more rhythmic, so you're going to have to really put it on for this one, okay? Alright, it goes like this. Listen to me for this one real quick. It's got a little beat to it. It's a little tough on me sometimes. Okay, it goes. Ed, Ray, don't shy away. Recognize our race today. Ed, Ray, don't shy away. Recognize our race today. Ed, Ray, don't shy away. Recognize our race today. Ed, Ray, don't shy away. Recognize our race today. Ed, Ray, don't shy away. Recognize our race today. Yeah, all right. Temperature check on that one. That one was good? Good. Okay, we're gonna move on. We are OSU. Recognize the work we do.
We are OSU! Recognize the work we do! 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 We OSU, recognize the work we do. We are OSU, recognize the work we do.
We are OSU.
Recognize the work we do.
Okay, so on that note, I'm going to introduce Brother Kevin Wadamar. He's a graduate research assistant at OSU in botany and horticulture, and he's a member of the organizing committee for this campaign.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
How are y'all feeling tonight? My name's Kevin. I'm a PhD student at Oregon State. I'm a research assistant at Oregon State.
Yeah.
And I'm an employee at Oregon State. I want to talk to you tonight about why OSU's policy towards RAs does not make any sense. Does it make any sense?
No!
Supporting RAs is an easy move OSU can make to help the university community that won't cost them a dime. But as we know, it's not about the money, it's about the power.
Yeah.
In the botany and plant pathology department where I work, I sort of have two jobs. I study plants, I study plant evolution and plant genomes, and I work on two plants. I work on strawberries and another kind of plant called milkweeds.
Woo!
But I do the same kind of work. I do the same kind of work on both these plants. I isolate their DNA, I sequence that DNA, and I do analyses on it.
You sequence that DNA, boy!
For these two projects, for one project, I'm an employee of the university. For the other project, I'm not an employee. Does that make any sense?
No!
Hell no!
Hell no!
I work in the same lab for each job. I work on the same computer for each job. I report to the same supervisor for each job. For one job, I'm an employee. For the other job, I'm not. Does that make any sense?
No! No!
But it gets even worse. OSU pays me for each job. OSU pays me the same rate for each job. But OSU pays me to do more work on one job than the other. Which job do you think I'm an employee for? The job I do the less work for. Does that make any sense?
No! Makes sense to them, I think.
Makes sense to them.
If you're a jerk.
This causes confusion, and OSU can change this. We know this can work. They do it at the University of Oregon. It works great.
What?
RA can come out tonight and recognize our right to work, right to organize.
They're hearing us all the way in DC, man.
Down in Eugene, they understand the rights of the research assistants and their right to work, and they recognize them as employees.
Hell yeah!
Not in Corvallis. Corvallis, Oregon State, Oregon's premier research university that brings in over twice the research dollars of Eugene.
That's right.
Brings in over $280 million a year to Oregon, mostly from outside Oregon. Who does the work on that research?
We do!
We do. But are we recognized as employees?
No!
Does that make sense?
No!
Tell Andre to recognize us all tonight.
Alright, I think that leads us perfectly into chant number 4. Yeah. Which goes, how much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all.
How much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all. How much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all. How much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all. How much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all. How much longer will you stall? We want union rights for all.
Okay, this last research assistant I'm going to introduce is the VP of Collective Bargaining at CGE. But you know what? The university doesn't recognize his right to unionize. We deny that distinction that the university is making. We let Brother Ritter come in here and bargain our contract for us, even though the university doesn't recognize his rights to collectively bargain. So I'm going to introduce Brother Danny Ritter right here to talk a little bit more about his work in research.
Okay, you don't have to hold anything. Employees of OSU! They've taken me out of the bargaining unit. I've never been in it.
But they can't take me out of CGE. I sat at the bargaining table. I talked about as many interests as I could. We couldn't talk about RA interests. We couldn't talk about intellectual property. And it's curious because it's not just RAs who are out of the unit. There are TAs as well. I did both RA and TA work. It's expected of me as a part of not just my degree, but also a part of my employment. This does not contribute to my thesis, which is what they say all the work I do does. And I don't get in the bargaining unit. It doesn't change with my work. I have the same advisor. And my advisor, what he does, I do. Doesn't matter what my thesis topic. Oh, that's great, Danny. That's a good idea. Well, here's the data sheet. Check it over. This is every endangered species in the United States. Make sure you know what number of counties each one's in. Give it to me in 2 months. That worked, well, interesting, and I learned a lot about animals and whatnot, where they live. It had nothing to do with my thesis. It was work for him. It helped him. It helped him get a grant. It helped him write a paper. And it's what makes OSU a top-tier research institution. So, folks, don't let this distinction between RA and TA make the best of us. It's a divide and conquer strategy. It's nothing more than that. There's no rhyme or reason to who's inside and outside the bargaining unit. It's just about their power and their ability to bust our union, because they know on the off years, there's just stuff, wait for those activists to graduate. The next troop, they'll be apathetic and they can bust us in the long run. This is a way to confuse. It hurts our organizing efforts, and it really shouldn't. And you know what? We keep them on their toes. That's right. Yeah. We do. We can't roll fees like tuition. We have to give you a differential. We have to do these complicated, accounting strategies. And you know what? We actually told them no. U of O does it better. We told them that at the bargaining table, and then they finally, after months of us telling them that, they did it. They adopt U of O's accounting strategies, which are actually more efficient. We made the university better even at an institutional level because we have checks and balances that unions provide. So that's largely where I stand and what I have to say. And thank you for coming out tonight, and thank you for telling Ed Ray that he can't take us out of CGE even when he takes us out of the bargaining unit.
Thank you, Brother. I want to first take a moment before we start wrapping up tonight to recognize some of the groups who came out here tonight. So I want to give a big shout out to Jobs with Justice. They organized like hell to get people here tonight, and we need more organizers like them on the ground. We have our sisters and brothers from SEIU here tonight. We have AFL-CIO, AFT Oregon here tonight. We have some other friends of ours in Portland who made it out tonight, so thanks folks too.
Occupy Portland.
Oh, IWW is here. They made it happen. IWW is here tonight. Occupy Portland did some work for us to get folks out tonight. Portland's doing that for us. Anyone else that I missed who wasn't here tonight? Oh, PSU. Yeah, the nurses are here tonight. I don't know another more radical union than the nurses, so we really appreciate the nurses right now here tonight. PSUFA is here tonight. Who else? Who else is here tonight? No labor community. We're us and our allies.
We are Oregon.
We are Oregon is here tonight. We are Oregon. That's another group.
Shut the doors.
Anyone else here tonight that I didn't recognize? Laborers 483 is here tonight. You know what this shows me? Anyone else that I'm asking, by the way, before we get started?
Solidarity.
Yeah, this is solidarity. This is solidarity. And this is what the labor community is about. Coming out in solidarity for one another. We've got your back, you've got our back. And we really appreciate all of you having our back tonight as we let EdRay know that RAs and TAs at OSU deserve collective bargaining rights. The fight we are waging here at Oregon State University is the same fight that's going on around the country. Right? This fight matters. This fight is for the lifeblood of unions from here on out. And we're not going to let it go. We're not going to let it go at their big fancy art dinner. And we're not going to let it go when we're doing our research on DNA and strawberries. Milkweed! We're researching milkweed. We're not going to let it go.
That's in the chat. Somehow.
We're going to keep this fight up, and we really appreciate all of you who are here tonight helping us with this fight.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this too.
Yes, thank you. And we thank our organizers. CGE would not function without our organizers here tonight. So our organizers, Brett, Ashley, Sarah, Evan, Sherry is a former organizer. They deserve some recognition for putting this all together. And our master drovers here. Alright, so while we wrap up, we're just getting a little bit nippy out here. We're going to go ahead and wrap up with a couple of chants. So, if you can't tell, we haven't done chant number 5 yet. And I think it's the most radical chant we got on the chant sheet, right? Yeah. Do we want to direct this chant with our full force up at the art museum?
Yes.
So that EdRay and all his buddies up there can know that just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize.
Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize. Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize. Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize. Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize. Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize. Just say no to EdRay's lies and our right to organize.
Recognize all, yeah. All right, so that wraps up what we're doing here tonight.
There's another side to that sheet.
Oh, but there is one very last important thing that we always like to do to wrap up all of our events at CGE, and that's to sing Solidarity Forever. So I'm guessing a few of you who are from the labor community, maybe some of those of you who are outside the labor community, are familiar with this song. Okay? So I'm gonna, as being declared worst song singer in the world, I'm still gonna lead us in Solidarity Forever. Okay? So we ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep it fast.
When the union inspiration through the workers' march shall run, there union power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity
drink their bloody power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed the power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to earth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong.
One last time!
Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! For the union makes us strong!
Alright, thank you everybody. That wraps it up tonight. We're going to be collecting signs so we don't create any garbage. And also, a bunch of us are going to Hawthorne, right?
Hawthorne and 12.
Hawthorne and 12. We're going to go get some streetcar food if y'all want to join us.
Come solo!
Where are the nurses?